Hello everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Morewish Cuisines. Today I am doing my first picnic, and this is in collaboration with 5 other channels, very nice channels that you might want to check out. One is Mirza Meals, the other one is Morewish Cuisines, third one is Zinat's Kitchen, fourth one is ZKMyway, and Lina's channel. Now all these will be under the description. If you go under the description, you're going to have links for all of these wonderful channels, and they are also doing a collaboration with me, and we're doing our first picnic. Now here in Minnesota, we've had the worst weather. I've not had a good day to do a recording, so today the sun is peeking out, and this is going to be a kids choice menu. My nephews have picked out this menu, so we're going to do a very simple picnic on my patio. And so let's get started before they come home. So one of the dish they picked was having nachos. So I'm going to be using the Velveeta cheese, and I'm using the this one is the 2-pound cheese, just because I like to make a lot, because now that weekends are here, I can always use it next week. I'm going to be adding 2 cans of Rotel tomatoes in there. Now you don't have to buy the same brand as the products I have bought. It's just what I have. And sometimes it just so works out that when they have deals at the grocery store, sometimes these things are cheaper than the generic ones. So for the Velveeta cheese, and I'm going to explain all the ingredients to you, but I just want to get this on the stove before the kids get home, and we're just going to melt this down. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a nice big pot, and I'm going to make cubes out of this Velveeta cheese here. Really, really simple, and you can do this in your crock pot too. And you just want to throw these blocks of cubed cheese into your pan just like that. And the reason why I am cutting it down is so that it will melt faster and more evenly. So just get that in the pot just like that. And then I'm just going to add, now these are, let's see, these are 10-ounce cans of tomatoes, and basically it's just diced tomatoes with lime juice and cilantro. So if you don't get this brand, and they also have spicy ones out there, so if you don't get this brand, you can use any. I'm just going to put that in here. I'm going to put this on the stove for it to melt, and then I'm going to see if I need to make it a little bit more, if it's too thick, I'll add just a little milk in there, but we'll see about that. The second thing on the menu is we're going to do veggie cups, and these are really, really good because kids absolutely enjoy them, and they forget that they're eating healthy. So I have 2 vegetables. You can do more. My nephews they have quite a bit of allergies, and they don't eat too many veggies, but they love celery and carrots. So I have some ranch dressing here, and you can make your own dressing if you like, but this, I'm just showing you the simplest way, because sometimes you just don't want to be in the kitchen the whole day before you end up at the picnic because you're exhausted. Then what you want to do is you just take some pieces or the carrots, you just add that in there, and then I'm just going to add my celery in here. And the nice thing about these is because once kids are outdoors, they just don't think about eating. So when they're just walking around, you give them a cup of this, they're just they have the ranch dressing on the bottom, and they're happy, and they're it's just really, really simple. So you can add bell peppers to this, you can add cucumbers, whatever. You could do broccoli, you could do cherry tomatoes, whatever you like. So I'm going to go ahead, finish this off. But in the meantime, I also want to show you what I am doing with the hot dogs here. So now I went ahead and already made my dough here for the my hot dogs. So I've got my hot dogs here, and I've got my kebabs here. And the kebabs also, I will give you a link. I will put up a link right here so you can follow the video. I make a bunch of my kebabs and then I freeze it. And then I've got all beef hot dogs over here. And what you want to do with that is, and what I did was, this is my versatile dough, and I will give you a link for that too. It's really, really, really simple too many things going on here. All right. So I'm just gonna take 2 of my dough balls here. Okay. And I'm just gonna roll it so it's nice and thin. So there's 2 ways. The kebabs I'm gonna do a little differently. Now that's just because then I can know what's what. And kebabs is mostly for my husband and my son. They actually love the stuffed kebabs. And the hot dogs, the kids absolutely love. Now, you can freeze this. You can bake it and freeze it, or you can just freeze it once they puff. You can freeze them, and then when you're ready, you can just bake them. So we're going to be baking these at 350 for about 30 minutes. And I'm going to keep an eye on it, and then I'll let you know exactly how long it took. So what you want to do is you just want to have a long piece just like that we're going to coil around the hot dog. And I find that the halal hot dogs, the beef ones, work better than the chicken because the chicken expands too much. But it works. It still works. So you just want to make a nice round just like that. You're going to take your hot dog and you just want to coil it through just like that. And kids find it so fun, you know, to eat these because they're portable and just like so. All right, so I want to show you. I've made some right here, and you can see that I'm just going to wait for them to puff, and then once they're puffed, I'm going to put an egg wash on there and then stick them in the oven. Now for the kebabs, I'm going to do very simple. I'm just going to take one of the balls here, and you just want to eyeball, roll it just like that. Take your kebab, put it inside, and just overlap it just like that. So, you know, instead of putting it like in a hot dog bun, you're actually just doing this, and it's just so much fun for something different. All right. And then for dessert, I have my chocolate cake in the oven, and I'm going to put a link for that chocolate cake on the right hand side over here too. And then one other thing that I am going to do is for my drinks, I am doing my rainbow punch, and I'm going to wait on that just before the kids come. I'm going to set that up. So I am going to go finish these up. When we come back, I'm going to show you how to make the punch. I'll show you what the nacho cheese sauce looks like, and then we're going to enjoy this first picnic with the kids. My hot dog buns and my kebab buns have puffed nicely, and now I'm just going to brush it with some egg wash, and my oven temperature is at 350 degrees. It's preheated, and I'm going to put these in there. It should take about 25-30 minutes for these to bake up, and that should be exactly the same amount of time it'll take for the kids to come home. So I'm super excited for this picnic. So you can see here that the cheese has melted really nicely, and I just kept it on very low, but I feel like it's extremely thick. So I'm going to go ahead and add about 1/4 of a cup of milk, and you can just eyeball that because that really depends on how thick or how thin you want it, in a sense that, you know, if you're going to be dipping it with chips, you know how thick you want it just depends on you. So you just want to make sure that you add the milk in slowly. Don't add a lot at a time. and just stop where you think that it's nice and thick for you. I still feel like this is way too thick, so some more milk in here. And while the hot dogs are still getting baked in the oven and the kebab buns are still getting baked, I'm just gonna leave this on the stove on very, very low. It's just gonna cook the milk and thin it out really, really well. So we're outside for our picnic, and as you can see, the sun has gone down again. So, but it's okay. It's a little windy, and it's okay. And this is Aladdin, and I've always wanted him in our videos. He's about a year old, and we enjoy him to the max. So, anyways, I'm gonna put him inside, and I'm gonna show you what we did for our picnic here. Now I want to introduce you. This is
Abbas.
And how old are you, Abbas?
8 years old.
He's 8 years old. And that's
Jawad.
And how old are you?
9.5.
Okay. And Jawad and Abbas are my nephews. They're here. The little one, Ali Zain, is not with us today. But this was their first picnic of the summer. And so they really wanted to have hot dogs and stuff. So we thought, okay. So I've got homemade chocolate cake here. I'm going to put a link of the homemade chocolate cake on the video so you can refer to that one. These are, I've made very similar caterpillar kebabs, and I'll put a link on that too. They're still really, really warm. And then these are the kebabs that we made, that it's got the kebabs inside. And this one kind of fell apart, but I want to show you, this is the kebab that's inside. But all the other ones came out pretty well. See? Came out pretty well. And then this got the hot dogs in there. And then we did the veggie cups so they can just walk around with the dressing on the bottom. This is our cheese, which is melted with our tomatoes, Rotel tomatoes. And we're going to have that with nacho chips. And the sun is out. Yay! All right. The other thing I wanted to show you is the punch over there. And I have a recipe of that too. And I have a video of that. So I just didn't want to redo the things. So I am going to put a link of that also on there. So this is our first picnic with the family. And we are going to enjoy it. And I will be doing more outdoor videos. I've got a short ribs video that I need to get done, so I'll be doing that. So until then, I hope you guys had fun time with us, with me preparing the first picnic. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Rehana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. See you then, friends.